What is good, everybody? I'm Kirby1, and welcome back to In Space with Markiplier. This is my third video in the series, and we're slowly making our way through part 2 here of the Markiplier series. Each taking our branching choices along the way and keeping track of them through our tabs so that we can go back and inevitably choose the opposite path and figure out what different routes we missed, what different paths we can take. So yeah, from here we've hopped through a bunch of wormholes. We've reintroduced ourselves or reacquainted ourselves with the narrator. And he's been narrating some of our stuff in some of these videos now. We've had an Unus Honest reference with He Who. Then, of course, we fight with the narrator. And then this Mark character, whoever this is or whatever this is, shows up again in this video that the narrator ends up fighting as we transport away. And we meet Lady, and I can't remember who this chick is, but she's, or what her name is, but she's like the outlaw, and she like gave us the device on her hand originally to like wormhole hop and stuff. So that's who this is. I can't remember her name though for whatever reason. Yeah, so now we've snuck away, or tried to sneak away, and then we of course knocked shit over, and then they found us, and then at that point we popped through a wormhole, and now we're at another left and right choice. And of course, when in doubt, go right. Oh shit. That was my own video. That's what was playing there. Just want to use this button. Is that about where our volume's at? Friends don't let friends jump into wormholes. Now it sounds like Mark is narrating us.
What cost did you have to destroy the entire multi?
Oh yeah, okay, so this is Universal Stability Agency, USA. That's what this place is. Municipal 3 budget, runs amok, doom before it begins. Local oldie says, I swear I've seen this before. Local petting zoo explodes with joy as pet one get one free day goes off without incident. Gymflation on the rise. Oh, this is can't remember where that character originated. We'll go back here and listen to what he has to say. But Jim, yeah, is another character created by Mark at some point along the way. He's a reporter. Okay, let's listen to what he has to say.
What did you have to destroy the entire multiverse? When did you obtain such a reckless disregard?
As a side note, I think this local oldie is probably old Markiplier, or old engineer pal. That's probably who this is in reference to.
For human and unhuman life, why did you feel the need to end the existence of all that exists? And most importantly of all, which one of us is the real Jim?
No idea. All the gyms getting transported. And here we are at another choice. Jim. Let's go right again. Oh yeah, gotta show support.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Space Theory, the
Oh,
show
it's
where the
Matt
only
Pet.
thing more infinite than the universe is Mark's ego. It was bad enough that he named the show after himself, but now just look at the number of characters that he plays in this thing. Just
Yeah.
couldn't let anyone else share the spotlight there, eh, Markiplier? Or should I say, Dadaplier. Maybe I should say Stan the Waterman. Don't think that we didn't notice the fanny hack there, bro. You ain't gonna slip through lore details like that on our watch.
Hey,
But
man,
enough about
what's wrong
YouTube
with fanny
celebrities
pack?
and their massive egos. We're here today to
I
talk
would never
about one
personally
thing
wear
and
one,
thing
but,
only,
you know,
space. So
to
let's
each
start off
their
with
own.
a relatively simple subject, shall we? Wormholes, magical transportation tubes, Deus Ex Machina, or is it simply a convenient plot device for lazy, egomaniacal writers to transition from one scene to another without having to worry about their established continuity? Or
That
no.
one.
Oh,
That
no.
option.
Here we go again. Oh boy, I'm feeling a little
Probably
nauseous.
two.
Oh boy. But
Be
hey,
my guess.
that's just a bending of time and space.
So why do we get to? Oops. Why do we get to choose every time, but everyone else seemingly is just transported around on? They're transported just by the wormhole, pushing them through, and it's random. Why do we get to choose? It's kind of weird. It's because of the, maybe it's because of the device. Okay, now just nowheres. Just lost to the endless darkness that is space.
Space was so cool.
Gonna get a musical number here, I guess.
But it won't even live in a memory. Universe unspooled, so cruel to be leaving with only a melody. So pretty, what a pity.
That was
Pretty, what a
a
pity.
lot of spit right there.
There were billions and billions of stories.
Okay, we've seen, just as quick pause, seen this guy, this is Engineer Mark. Seen this version of Mark, Engineer Mark, and Detective Mark. Haven't seen this version of Mark yet though. Secret Service, maybe. Now what is in his glasses, I wonder? You'd have to really zoom in and
And infinite
see it out. Maybe it's just the cameraman.
stars. We did our best to hold it together. But now the seams are all pulling apart.
You'd have to really zoom in to figure that out.
Space was so cool, so cool, but it won't even live in a memory.
Fucking puppet. Jesus. There's a part 1 reference you guys have to go back and find.
Could change all that's been wrecked, rewrite the regrets. Let's leave no stone
Jesus Christ.
unturned.
Lots of spit flying
Let's
around.
stay bright till we're burned. It's so cool, so cool, and so pretty.
Alright, what's next? Darkness. Wormhole. Slower though, than what we've seen. We're moving through it slower anyways. Well, this is the restaurant scene now where everything's gonna be in a disarray maybe. Where we see all the chairs kind of stacked up to one side and old Mark sitting there. From that one glitch frame that we've seen before. For service. But there's no one here. Or is there?
Captain?
It do BS.
I was hoping you'd be back. It's gone real dark out there.
Is his mug different this time?
Imagine that this is probably the end. Don't worry about not stopping me soon. I'm starting to realize that even though we have infinite choices, every single second of our lives,
Sorry, Mark, I'm just going back up here. Oh, is this maybe a I don't want to be free mug? Could be reference to a musical number in Heist. In Heist with Markiplier. That's like the, from what I remember, it's like from the prison scene. It's like the either the chorus or one of the main lyrics of the song. Maybe that's what the song's even called. I don't want to be free. People just want to stay in the prison there. I recall. Sorry, let's listen to what head engineer has to say.
Imagine that this is probably the end. Don't worry about not stopping me soon. I'm starting to realize that even though we have infinite choices, every single second of our lives, there's only a handful that really, really matter.
Yeah,
You know, what's funny?
Philosophical.
I don't know why, but I'm happy. I don't know any other way to explain it. Content with everything. Being this close to an end, finally an end. And seeing you again, just, I don't know. It's good. It's good. For a while,
Shit.
I felt like I was right back there again. Living every single life again and again. Never stopping. Always moving forward. But now, it's calm. It's calm.
For a little while.
Everything has to end, Captain. It has to. It doesn't matter how tightly you hold on to things. They'll still just slip right through your fingers. You always make mistakes. You have to.
Just has a pocket full of sand.
And that's okay. I just wish I learned that sooner.
Got some heart-to-heart messages.
Slip right through your fingers.
Heartfelt.
You'll always make mistakes. You have to. And that's okay.
Good life lessons from old man Mark.
I just wish I learned that sooner.
However, I don't think things are going to be too calm for much longer with us being around.
For what it's worth,
Things usually get hectic around
I'm
us.
glad I got to share this adventure with you.
Was he a ghost the whole time? Bum bum bum. All right.
The captain pauses for a moment, taking in the emptiness of the once bustling diner, pondering the lives of all those who must have passed through this place. It's hard to imagine it was ever full to begin with. But it was once, and that's...
Wonder if this is supposed to say anything. It looks like a D, right? D. Almost another E looking shape, a P looking shape. or if this is just randomly something created. Just some random art thing that created on the door.
Captain.
And the only person that I trust more than
Myself is the captain. Where are you going?
I can't give up.
Captain,
How could the captain do this?
That's not me, Captain. That's not me.
There has to be a way.
Oh shit, so Mark built this thing?
Time. We trusted you. One more time.
Hi, Captain.
Oh fuck. I didn't realize he built that thing that
Sorry about that.
detected us as a paradox.
Couldn't afford to let you make another mistake. Funny thing to say after an eternity of nothing but second chances. Don't. You don't have to keep trying anymore. There's no time anywhere. Another thing I never thought I'd say again. But I'm gonna fix the damage you caused. I had a long time to spend rebuilding this machine you broke. A long time over too many lives.
How did we fucking break it?
But I know now that this thing does more than just make wormholes. Distance and time are the same thing from different perspectives. That's all these universes are. Just different points of view. And this machine didn't just bridge a tunnel through our universe. It was bridging all of them. And you destroyed it. I can't undo what you've done. Not here anyway. Or at least, not now. If I could go back, if I could try again, if I could stop you before any of this even started, maybe I could save everyone. What? What the hell does that mean?
You do
You'll destroy everything again!
in the future.
Let me go! Captain, please, I can fix this. Look, I don't know what you did. And maybe you didn't mean to, but I have to stop you. I have to. God, I wish I thought of a fake hand or something. Please! This is it!
This is where he gets all his ideas as an old man.
That ever existed is gonna get wiped out unless you let me go! Captain! Please! I have to keep trying. I have to.
See, now I'm pretty sure in part 1 we were led to believe that Mark was the one that kind of fucked everything up, like the universes and such. And he's claiming it was us. So I don't know who's right anymore. Oops.
Let me go! I know I can fix everything! I know there's a perfect solution! I just have to find it! Please! This is my last chance! Our last chance! To save everything! Please!
Target arrival date not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, then he may not even appear in the right time then.
Paradox criticality threshold exceeded. Universal collapse imminent. Initiating time jump.
So it's a really strange device though, if Mark built it, but then yet it has these like otherworldly properties. And it has its own kind of, you know,
Long day, Captain.
system it adheres to.
Strange how some days can seem so much longer than others. I bet you're wondering if you made the right choice. Well, it's like an old friend used to say, life is ours to choose. And you have made some beautiful choices, Captain. Because if the universe were made up only of right and wrong choices, then that's not really a choice at all. And that's not really living, is it, Captain?
God damn, it's all the old people.
Till next time. Next time might be a lot sooner than you think.
All the old people with their, like, philosophy, life lessons, deep thoughts. We're at 205.
And you have...
Just interesting that she pauses here and doesn't reveal who she's talking about, which, if we talk about the game theory video yet again, this is like a previous character in the Markiplier universe that is now, of course, old. And name changed. Or maybe this is a different universe's version of this character, maybe. That she doesn't reveal who this is.
Like an old friend used to say.
And then she says an old friend before she paused and was going to reveal who she was actually thinking about. And then back to the life is ours to choose line. Oh shit, I didn't know you could do that. YouTube subtitles. Go back down here.
Choose.
Is that where you were? Maybe? I don't know. Life is ours to choose. That has heavily implied with Celine in Who Killed Markiplier. She was really talking all about choices, is what MatPat theorized to be about. But if she's saying that an old friend used to say this, life is ours to choose, then maybe she's not Celine, and maybe she's just a friend of hers. Or if that's the case that she is, then maybe her brother. That's why she paused here, not revealing that she's going to say her brother said it. Or potentially maybe one of those characters. Other characters said. Like maybe the actor Mark character in that, which you'd have to go back. I'd have to go back anyways, because I don't remember off the top of my head who typically says this a bunch. I know in MatPat's theory video he highlighted that Celine said it, but if this is Celine, then maybe she got it from someone else, and then that could be like either they're one of those characters in that story. But anyways, or if she's saying that an old friend of hers says this, and then she's referring to that old friend being Celine, then this is an entirely different character that we don't know of anything yet except in space. Okay, let's go back to 205. See what awaits us. Space yet again. Title sequence yet again. No loading screen this time. I'm just going in. This is the Invincible 2 yet again. So this is quite a long one too, so it's gonna happen.
You might want to take a step back there, yeah. I'm sorry, no, I'm staring a lot. Huge fan, been following your career
this
for quite a while now. Invisible Tower, this is Shuttle Marmota, approaching docking bay 4.
This is more reminiscent of what part 1's opening video was actually like.
Truth be told, we couldn't afford to show that anyway. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I know exactly where we're at. Check it out. We're gonna land in 5. Captain, we're here early. Gotta say it's an honor. You know, thinking maybe we could hang out or something. Go get a coffee, but you know, Beer's cool. Welcome aboard the Invincible 2, Captain. Glad to have you here. Took you long enough, but let me give you the grand tour before we embark. This is my pride and joy. My baby. Well, your baby, I guess now. But I made
This is either exactly the same or pretty similar
Father.
to
Welcome aboard, Captain and Head Engineer. Prepare for sterilization.
Part 1's first video.
First stop, the warp core. The heart and soul of the ship.
And we're out of glitches as well.
Still not 100% sure how it works, but you don't need to know how something works in order to use it.
So maybe Mark didn't build the original one then?
We found it again. It passed every safety test with flying colors. It's not going to be like last time.
But he built a replica one,
The Invincible
spending all that time alone, maybe?
But just in case, I built in a special precaution.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause you there because we've seen him. I think that was last video, right? Yeah, last video where he was spent a lot of time in the warp core room, and he built one himself. Whereas here he says he doesn't. They don't know much about it, or they don't fully understand it, so that's okay. So maybe he just got his hands on this technology first, and then he was able to replicate it later. Because something doesn't really connect there, unless that's the case. Just over the passage of time, and he's like, okay, well, I need to make another warp core in order to correct my mistake, because the first one either gets whatever happens, so it gets corrupted or transport to that like space outside of space and time. It's in that like all black with the blue hue area. But we don't know quite for sure what's going on.
These explosives and separate the warp core from the rest of the ship. I've yet to meet a problem that can't be solved with explosives. And speaking of explosives,
Hey, man.
the main reactor.
Things that go
Turns out you
boom.
pretty much need the power of a star to tear
Pretty
open
nice.
the wormholes of a star I built. Built like a tank too. Captain? Bert. Yep. Yeah, it's Bert. He makes sure that the ship don't go boom. Next up is cryo. Hey. The colonists are prepped, stable, and ready for transit. Systems are working at 110% too, which is a little weird, but overkill never hurts. Trust me. You do not want to be awake when the warp core hits the gas.
Jeez. I don't think I'm
Captain, all
think I'm
colonists are
asleep.
prepped and stable. 100,000 souls ready for a
Classic.
new life. Let's get them there safe.
Oh, don't worry.
It's
Before
like
they know it,
the
they're
same
gonna
lame
wake up
joke.
inside
If you're not
a
here,
40
say
minute
so.
plan with a fresh cup of coffee in their hands.
Why don't you give them more windows to look through?
Well, maybe I will. Maybe then someone might appreciate the aesthetics. Besides, what could go wrong with a crew like this?
ADS is good to go.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
the crew
Cap,
looks
no
like they're in
asteroids getting by me.
tip-top
You can
shape.
count on that.
Okay, that's new.
Hey, watch!
I'm so.
Oh no, Captain, I'm falling! Catch me!
That's not new.
Navigation is online, Captain.
Pretty sure the
Engines are looking good,
ass
Captain.
smack is
Life
new.
support is online, unless it's
I don't
not,
think
then we
Mark
can
got
always
his
do it
ass
passed
smacked
down.
in the first video.
Seems fine. Everything is accounted for. We're ready to see our new home. All that's left now is for you to say the word. Try not to get them too excited, Captain. I know how your speeches can get people riled up.
Warp core engaged. Wormhole opening in 30 seconds. All personnel report to your assigned cryopod.
It's all right, Captain. I'm sure you'll make a great speech once we get there.
Don't know what this is. This looks like just a space picture.
Once we get there.
And then he has a note saying asshat pointing to Celsi.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's not a problem, of course, but just before you go to sleep, be
absolutely sure. Do not.
Wormhole opening in 10, 9.
Do not wake up.
7, 6. Error. Error. Wormhole opening in 3, 2.
A software update is available. Would you like to restart to apply this update?
I'm gonna sabotage the ship. Well, who done it? Sorry, who whispered that? Who whispered that?
Software update.
Oh, fuck, I missed it. Is that Doreen's voice, maybe?
Software update.
Could have been.
Good morning, Captain. We are currently years into our journey. Coffee is en route. Current ship status is
absolutely catastrophic.
Initializing emergency wakey protocol.
You get ejected from my cryopod.
Reviving head engineer.
Mark gets launched out the window.
What the hell is...
Hull breach detected. Seeing bulkhead. Fire on the bridge. Life support systems failing. Automatic fire suppression system offline.
Error. Failsafes offline.
So, you know, these are the same choices that were presented with the very first, like, this is part 1 now, is what we're re-going over, it seems. Because these are the exact same choices that you'd get after the first part 1 video. So we'll see where this is headed, I guess. CEO. See if we've kind of successfully come back full circle, or what exactly is happening in the next video. So guys, I would like to thank you so much for tuning in today, and to friggin' smack that subscribe button, as it really helps out the channel, and I do really appreciate it. And as we say up in Canada, peace out.